Hey everyone, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me today. This is going to be a care package video. Quick one here. This interesting looking envelope showed up in my mailbox completely unexpected this week. And it is from a longtime hobby buddy of mine, Douglas Cordy, who lives up in Canada in the Great White North. And we have known each other from the sports card blog world for a long time. Without looking, if I had to guess, I would say that we've probably been sending each other cards back and forth across the border for, maybe a decade, easily, probably a decade. So pretty cool. He's a really knowledgeable collector. I'll leave a link below, but you can visit Douglas's blog at buckstorecards.blogspot.com if you're interested and you're into that type of thing. And it should come as no surprise, being from the great country of Canada, that, as you can see on the customs form, looks like this includes some hockey cards. So I don't know what to expect. I honestly did not even know that I was going to be receiving anything. And that's sort of the way that Douglas has kind of operated over the years. And it's really fun to just head out to the mailbox and discover a random packet of cards amidst the junk mail and bills. So let's see here. Got a few different packets to look through. And we have kind of a funny note here. This is from one of the repacks that he gets up there. And just quick note, happiness is a warm PWE. Maybe nod to the Beatles there, I'm not sure. I like it. And then we've got a few different card savers sort of stuffed with some miscellany here. So Douglas knows that I'm a fan of the New England teams, so his packages are typically stuffed with those types of cards. And we have a really cool one off the bat here. So this is a Kraft Dinner Ron Francis. I haven't gotten into this too much on the channel yet, but I am was a devout Hartford Whalers fan throughout my youth. I grew up in Connecticut, less than an hour from Hartford. Got to head into the city and see the Whalers play many times with my family, and played youth ice hockey growing up, so I idolized the Whalers. My brother was actually able to skate during an intermission, one of those youth leagues. We did training camps in the summers with, some players from the Whalers. I was a member of the Junior Whalers Club, as were my brothers, for many years. So they remain my favorite franchise to this day. And that is a super cool oddball of their greatest player ever that I had never seen before. You can tell, obviously, like many food issues, these were actually cut from the Kraft box back in the day. And these actually have some fully designed backs, which are just awesome. I love that the folks at Kraft took the time to design a back and print it along the inner portion of the box. It just really gives these feel that's much more akin to a standard trading card. So really awesome oddball addition to my Whalers collection there. Thank you, Douglas. And then we have, looks like some baseball cards in this next card saver. So we've got a Dennis Boyd, oil can Boyd, from my all-time favorite baseball card set, 1990 Topps. Classic. I always got a kick out of his nickname growing up. He's listed obviously as Dennis here, but my brothers and I thought of him as Oil Can. And then, wow, look at the awesome shine on this Carl Everett Fleer Showcase. Love this sort of rainbow foil effect. Definitely did not have this card. Don't think I have any cards necessarily from this year's Fleer Showcase set. Looks like this is from the 2000 release, so pretty neat. Sorry about the glare there in the background. Cool card there. A couple of nice ones for my Red Sox collection. And then we have a first Bowman Chrome card of Brian Price. So I am not familiar with him. I question whether he ever made the big league team, especially since I was following them pretty religiously around the time when this came out, but happy to have that one for my team collection. I like the obscure players as much as the stars when it comes to my Red Sox and Whalers cards. Next card saver here has some more baseball, it looks like. So we've got Nick Decker on a Bowman paper. Awesome, another shiny or foil Hartford Whalers card here. This is a Donruss Elite Sean Burke, arguably the top goaltender in the franchise's somewhat brief history. Pretty cool card there. And then some 2021 Topps base. So I actually have not opened any of this year's flagship Topps product myself. I did pick up one or two Eddie Alvarez cards that I showed in past videos, but this is my first look at any of the Red Sox from the checklist. And ironically, the first one is a guy who's no longer with the team, Andrew Benintendi, the newest Kansas City Royal. But I do like the shot of him bounding out of the dugout there with Jackie Bradley Jr. in tow. Another one here, Alex Verdugo, who will forever be remembered as part of the return in the Mookie Betts trade, perhaps unfairly, but actually had a very good statistical season last year. And cool shot here that features the Fenway Park center field wall behind him. This one's kind of neat because behind this grate now is actually a bar, a really cool bar that they've put in behind center field that I've been able to enjoy some drinks at before games a few times. So that's neat. And then we have a Ryan Brazier. Interesting that all three of those were the landscape format. I kind of like that this one is in the landscape format. And even though I think some folks would maybe criticize this for the amount of, white space that's over here, I think it just looks a little bit different than so many of the other portrait format cards with similar photos like that. So nice job, Topps, on that one. And then we have one more card saver here. It looks like this one's going to contain hockey card content. So we have a Jake DeBrusk from SP Authentic. Pretty much became a transplant Boston Bruins fan when the Whalers packed it up and moved down to Carolina, sadly, almost 25 years ago now, or maybe actually 25 years ago now. So that's a cool card. And then here's one, an Upper Deck Ice Patrice Bergeron. This is kind of nice. I hadn't seen, I think this may be from this year's set. Or no, this is a couple years old, 2018, 2019. The ice set in hockey used to be acetate, which I confess I would prefer to these, but I do have to say this rainbow foil iteration here looks a lot better in hand than the pictures I'd seen on the internet. And then closing it out, we have Rick Nash from his very, very brief tenure with the Boston Bruins to wrap up his Hall of Very Good career. And then another Hartford Whaler. So in recent seasons, I think the last 2 or 3 years, the Carolina Hurricanes have donned the Hartford Whalers sweaters and equipment for a couple of games. I was actually able to see them play in Boston in these sweaters a year or two back, got seats right on the ice and got some great photographs. That was just a fun night. It's kind of the closest I can get to seeing my beloved Whalers play ever again. And Upper Deck, thankfully, did manage to include some photographs in the last couple of years of flagship hockey that featured the Carolina players in those Whalers uniforms. So I am highly interested in these and their corresponding parallels. And I do consider them Whalers cards for my Whalers hockey collection, even if they are strictly Carolina Hurricanes cards, technically. So this one's really cool. I don't have the base version of this. I think I recently picked up a parallel of this card, actually, that I'll be showing off in a video soon here. But really appreciate Douglas thinking of me, as always, and sending me those couple of great Whalers and a nice hearty stack of Bruins and Red Sox. So thank you so much, Douglas. I will certainly hit you back with some kind of a return PWE soon here. I think I still have some international stamps floating around, but really appreciate the package, and I really appreciate all of you for stopping by and checking out some of my new additions. I'll be back soon, and in the meantime, everybody stay safe and enjoy collecting.